Oh, what the fuck, son of a... What the So Fable got delayed. Who saw that coming, right? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I said this in my last video. I thought the game was going to be delayed, and literally it took less than 2 weeks for me to be proven right. How sad. They did show off some gameplay which I'll be using on screen whilst I'm talking about the game. It's pretty good. I liked most of it. If you want my general thoughts on it, I thought some of the combat looks a little clunky, but early in development makes sense. Some of the atmospheres look really nice though. I like the landscapes and stuff, and overall it looks like Fable to me. A little jankier than normal, but obviously, as I say, early development makes sense. Still Fable. But man, I've got to say, I'm heartbroken by this delay, because honestly there were so many red flags going into this game already, that I was kind of like, you know what, let's try and overlook them, let's try and not focus on them too much, and focus on the bright side. But the fact that there's a delay for over a year, oh my god man, how by the second month of 2025 were you able to decipher that this game can't launch this year, but you didn't know halfway through 2024? I mean, it's just, it's infuriating, to be honest. Now look, I know I'm going to get comments being like, hey AJ, come on, a delayed game is eventually good, a rushed game forever bad. Yep, we've all heard the flippy videos. We know what it's like, okay? Getting a delayed game that gets polished up and is nice in the long run is always beneficial for the player. But like, the game was announced in like, what, 2019? 2020? Was it 21? I don't even know. It was ages ago at this point. To have a delay come, and it's also just such a long delay, yeah man, that was a gut punch for me. If you're wondering why it was delayed, the excuse is basically the same sort of excuse given around literally every video game delay. We want to give the development teams enough time to make this game truly special. It's such a big undertaking and we didn't understand how much goes into it, but we still think it's worth the wait and we know this game will really surpass your expectations on launch. Yeah, you've heard it before, and I'm not saying it's not true. It can absolutely be true in Fable's case. It might be a great game, and they might be 100% honest, but I'm just saying we've all heard this situation before, and more times than not, we know how it goes. On the bright side, in the gameplay, we got access to a bunch of new features and stuff, and we got to see a couple new things. The main thing that interested me was horses. We can ride horses. That's pretty cool. That's never been in Fable before, and that's the type of enhancement I can actually get behind. I've always said Fable needs some sort of transport, and if this map isn't semi-open world like the older games and it's fully open world, it's going to fit in right at home. So, you know, hats off to you guys. That's a good improvement. I got to see us kick a chicken as well, which I've got to say was really up my street. I was truly happy to see them just boot that fucking chicken into the cornfield. That's the type of shit I'm down for with Fable, man, and I love to see that they're retaining the age-old meme. It's always good to see that. No look at any new characters though. I was really hoping that in this little 50-second showcase they'd kind of ease the concerns regarding character creator and having different characters and stuff, but honestly it might not even be in the game at this point, and if it's not in the game maybe that's what they're going to do whilst the game's delayed. Who knows, it's a possibility, it's a game theory, but you know, I really thought we'd have seen a bit more, especially when we're off the back of such bad news for Fable. You'd think they'd try and ease one of the biggest concerns, but who knows, man. Cutscenes look really good though, I've got to give them credit. I think it's a beautiful game so far. I think it looks great, actually, when it comes to terms of like how it looks visually. I think they've done an excellent job, and yeah, when it comes to like art style and art direction and gameplay direction stuff, I'm so far moderately happy. I'm sure some people will be looking at the gameplay going, wow AJ, this looks really janky, how can you be happy? And I would just say, I agree, but again, early alpha, come on. If they're making it go to 2026, this game might look nothing like it looks in these like gameplay previews. We're now over 12 months away from its launch. So why was Fable delayed? Well, let's have that conversation. Let's step away from the PR stuff and what they say, and try and dissect why it might actually have been delayed. The first thing is development hell. It's been in development hell apparently. A lot of people have come out and said the project's been thrown all over the place, and whilst it seems to be, again, quote unquote here, I'm being very cautious, it seems to be shaping up a little bit now, and I can see the vision. Apparently it's been through some real dev hell, and you know, maybe that's why they've decided to delay it and make it special. Another thing is also Grand Theft Auto 6 is launching. This seems to be the hot take and like the big opinion of everyone. This game's not coming out because they don't want to launch anywhere near GTA 6. Honestly, yeah, I've heard worse arguments, man. I mean, GTA 6 is going to be a pretty groundbreaking title, and you know, one of the most hyped games of all time. I mean, a lot of people will not buy any game but GTA 6 this year, and I can get why. You know, you don't want to be the game that launches right after GTA 6 or right before GTA 6, and that kind of limits you to, well, any year but 2025, am I right? So yeah, those are the kind of two main reasons I can think of. You know, I've heard a lot of people say that they're going to use this time to remove some political correctness stuff. I'm not sure if I completely agree with that. I honestly have no clue what the plans are, and I prefer to stay out of those conversations personally, because I'm fucking sick of hearing them, to be honest. Gaming is just, it's full of them, and it's not that I'm afraid to have the conversation, but man, it gives me a headache, bro. So yeah, Fable delayed. That sucks. I ain't gonna lie. This hurt me a little bit more. As someone who's been waiting for this game since the very first CGI, I'm tired of waiting. I'm really fed up now. And I really wanted this game to launch this year because I thought in the trailers we saw, it was looking good, but hey, what was my last video called? It was called something along the lines of, Where Actually Is Fable? And the reason it was called that is because I saw this coming a mile off. Having only a couple trailers released when the game's supposed to be coming out the year of, I mean, it was just unlikely. There's been basically no marketing for this game. We've had a few trailers, and they were really short little gameplay show reels. You couldn't really make out much, and they showed off no features. And I always thought that, like, if they were launching it in 2025, they've undermarketed the hell out of the game. Turns out they probably haven't even entered their marketing cycle yet. They want to wait off and, you know, do it in 2026. This is the problem when games get announced too early, man. It needs to stop. I'm so tired of seeing a fucking CGI and then going, oh man, I can't wait for this game, and then having to wait like half a decade or more to hear anything about it. I mean, look at Elder Scrolls 6. Off topic, I know, but come on, man. Like, what is it with these games being announced so early? But on the bright side, if you want my actual opinion on delay itself, whilst it is a gut punch, and I'm honestly a little heartbroken, and I really wanted the game to launch this year, I'm glad they're doing it. If they feel they need to delay the game, I would rather them delay it and it get good. I hope it will be good, and, you know, there are red flags, as I say, and, you know, I'm not going into it anywhere near as optimistic as I was before the delay, because, quite frankly, man, I thought the game was looking good pre-delay, and the fact that they've had to delay it means that there's probably more than meets the eye, and looking at how rough some of this gameplay looks, you know, it's not that it looks bad, but it's definitely unfinished, and I think, you know, the fact that they said that this was going to be coming out this year, it's good that they delayed it with how unfinished it is looking in many areas. But at the same time, man, why announce it? Why announce it for this year? I mean, I can't believe that they thought halfway through 2024 that 2025 was going to be the year. And then they got only 2 months into 2025 and decided, shit, man, we got to delay this game. Maybe they did. Maybe I'm being a pessimist here. I'm pretty beaten down by the gaming industry, so I apologize if I sound negative. But, you know, maybe that is the situation and I'm being a bit too harsh here. But honestly, I don't think I am. I think I'm being a bit more real than I ever have been about this game. The fact that this has been delayed is a major red flag. The fact that so much stuff still hasn't been shown off is a major red flag. And the fact that they told us it was going to be coming out this year and had to delay it over 12 months, that's a red flag. A big one. Again, there's plenty of reasons as to why this could happen, but who knows, man. And you know the most annoying part about this, for me, as an individual? I literally, like 2 days ago, announced that I wouldn't be making any more videos, and it took less than 48 hours for a game to piss me off enough that I have to pick up my microphone. Okay, I'm not that mad, but I'm pretty mad. I'm pretty steamed, okay? Why? Why would they do this? Oh my god. No. Calm down. At the end of the day, as long as it makes the game better, and the product I get in the long run is a nice, well-made product, I'll be happy. But man, I'm seeing a lot of red flags here, and I will remain cautiously optimistic. But man, it's just looking slightly worse and slightly worse every time I hear about Fable. It feels like there's barely ever any good news, and, you know, the best news we've had in recent time was that it's coming out this year, and now it's not coming out this year. What I'm saying is, the gameplay they showed off with the delay looks good. It's shaped up to be like what Fable is and what I expected from it, but it does look unpolished, and the fact that it has been delayed, it just brings a lot of red flags for me, so I don't know, man. I really hope Fable is good, but this delay, it's kind of sucked the wind out of my sails. To just remove some of my feelings out of the way for a second. As a Fable fan, this will either be a great decision that benefits us all, and this could be the best day for Fable. This might be the right decision that they've needed all along, and it will make the game great. But on the other side, as a Fable fan, I am gut punched. I'm really sad that this game isn't coming out this year, as you can imagine, and it's disappointing. And I saw it coming, and I should have been more prepared. But you know what? I actually did think it might come out this year and they were just doing a terrible job at marketing. Turns out, I should have trusted my gut instinct and went, yep, this game's getting delayed. Go figure. So, disappointing news, but hopefully, this disappointment will only last now, and when we get the game, it will be fulfilling. It will be a game we enjoy, and it's a game that I can go, yes, you know what, the delay sucked, but look at what we got out of it. I hope that's the case. I really do. Because I like this game, and I like the franchise, and I want it to be good. And I just hope that this delay is not the sign of bad things to come. But with gaming being the way it is, man, it's just so unmotivating to even talk about and even think about.